Hey, Andrea with Andrea Knows EMR. Testing out a new headset, so let's see how this works. Today I want to talk about orders. I know that orders, of course, are an integral part of your day-to-day work that you're doing with your patients, making sure they have the appropriate labs or imaging studies or referrals, whatever they need. And so, because it is something that you do quite frequently, if you can do it efficiently, I'm sure that'll help you move through your day more pleasantly. So let's think about some of the ways that we can make orders more effective for you. One of the top ways to do that is to create order panels, groups of orders that are related either, kind of to each other because you order them all the time or to a particular condition or diagnosis. And I mentioned, I guess, in my intro video that I'm really interested in helping specialists utilize their electronic medical records more efficiently and effectively. And so thinking about that, for example, for fertility specialists, just as an example, you're seeing patients for a particular reason, right? They're looking for IVF support, maybe harvesting for either the male or the female patient donor. What are the things that you're always doing for those patients? Rather than creating individual orders, create an order panel for your female patient, for your male patient. Group those things together, and then maybe you can do some one-click ordering. Again, I've mentioned that my videos are going to be agnostic, from a systems perspective, because I can't tell you specific clicks in various systems. I can't demonstrate those because, of course, that would create some legal challenges for me. But walking through the process, kind of thinking about the workflow that is involved in that, might take a little bit of legwork on your part, right? Maybe do a little bit of analysis, run a report over the course of the month. What is your most frequently ordered lab? What is your most frequently ordered imaging study? This is going to give you the basis for these are the things that I should include in my order panels, in my grouping of orders. You can utilize that same information to think about how you write your notes. So if your most frequently documented procedure is X, let's write a note about X. Save it as a template, then you just pop that in. Lots of electronic medical records now are going to give you the opportunity to do that kind of automatically, but what I find is providers are not utilizing those tools, right? Because they feel like, well, I don't have time to set it up and it just takes so long, and I'm not technologically savvy. However, if you take that time up front, spend a couple hours setting it up, going forward as you're seeing patients day to day, you will find that you're moving a lot more quickly through your visits because you're not having to make the same choices over and over and over again. So think about creating templates for your notes, creating panels for your orders, but remember, take the time to do the analysis. So you don't want to guess at this, right? And think, because there's sometimes a recency effect. If you've seen 10 patients this week with this particular condition, you're going to think, oh, this is the most frequent thing that I see people for, not taking into consideration the other 3 weeks of the month when you've seen nobody with those conditions. So again, take the time to do the analysis so that you are focusing your energy and your time on the right conditions, and then let your workflow kind of reflect that. I'm happy to answer specific questions if you'd like. You can always reach me, Andrea at AndreaKnowsEMR.com, and we can set up some time to chat. I can talk about your specific situations. But again, today's topic was ordering, making that a little bit more efficient by utilizing order panels, grouping things together, but also doing the analysis so that you know that you're focused on the things that are going to be most frequently used in your office. Also doing analysis, what are the things that are generating the most income, right? We want to make sure that we are focused on the things that are making money for the practice so that we can continue to have the practice, pay our support staff. So what are the procedures, what are the diagnosis codes that are included in the things that generate the most income? Taking that a step further, looking at the income, is there anything else that we could be adding so that we are maximizing, the reimbursements that we're getting from payers or the fees that we are requesting from patients? So a couple of things to think about as we are talking about orders, making things more efficient, also making sure that we are getting reimbursed appropriately by having consistent complete documentation. So hopefully this helps spark some conversation for you, maybe some questions. Maybe I provided an answer. I hope that I did. Always, you can send questions, leave questions in the comments of this video. Andrea at Andrea Knows EMR is our email. Feel free to drop something in there, and be on the lookout for our webinars and Ask Me Anything sessions, either here on YouTube or LinkedIn. Thanks so much. Practice well.